Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. So happy to be here. I am Elle, and I love painting miniatures. I'm not a pro, but I'll get there someday. I am so excited. I have been painting, I painted the ATST Raider. Alrighty guys, let's get to it. If my mouse decides to work, there we go. All right, let me move this so you can see. And this is what I have so far. And the only thing, I left it just kind of pretty much the way we did it the other day. The only thing I just retouched is just like the design that is in the front, but then everything else, all the weathering that we did on stream is just what's there, and I just put some of the Vallejo earth texture on the base. All right, so I'm thinking for some highlight, I'm gonna use, because I used Mephiston Red and some Morphin Brown for this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the mix again. It was 4:1 ratio, so I'm gonna do, no, it was Morphin Brown because I was out. I actually bought some, so I'm not out anymore, but I'm still gonna use the same color I used. So it was Skraag Brown. So I'll do 4:1 of Mephiston Red with Skraag Brown, and I'll add a touch of, what is this, Kalahari Orange by Scale Color. And I'll do that as like a little highlight for it. Okay, so let's do the other leg, and then we can start working on the other effects. That's okay with you? Okay, good. That's what I like to hear, even though you didn't say anything. Yeah, I'm pumped. I do have, like I said, some more vehicles to do, and sometimes I feel like after painting minis, like especially, you know, when you paint like, I don't know, units like stormtrooper units and stuff, you know, it's like, oh, I just really want to just paint something that's not a person, you know, something kind of fun. So yeah, vehicles are the way to go. Especially if you can be like creative and just do something fun like this. So same thing, we're just gonna go over like the edges. It's a bit like dry brushing, I guess, but my paint is not completely dry. So yeah. Alright, so what I'm gonna use now, let's see how this goes. Oh my goodness, I'm a little nervous. Thank you. Well, I put it up a little louder so we can hear it. I don't know. I'm gonna be using this dry Necron Compound. It's just dry paint. Spray paint looks kind of weird, but this works really good. And I'm just gonna dip my brush dry like that. This is another brush that I have that is just not my good brush, but and I'm just gonna get some paint, just dry like that, get the excess out, and maybe just start touching some of the areas where I want this chipping effect to start showing. Just a little bit here and there. Nothing too crazy. Less is more, they say. And then you can also use this just to make like little scratches of paint, you know, like it's just like chipping all over like that. And I used this to I remember when I painted what's his name, this droid that's super funny, oh my gosh, one of the best droids ever. Gosh, his name is just escaping me, but he has tons of scratches on his armor too. K2, yeah, so K2SO, and you know, he's had like a black, like a gray black background and tons of scratches on it. And this is what I use. I just use Necron Compound, a dry brush, and I just like started just touching here and there, just doing like this kind of really easily. And people were like, oh my goodness, that looks so good, how did you do that? This is the way. This is the way. I did not intend to say that way until didn't realize it. Did it until I said it. Oh, you guys, I forgot to shade this. You were supposed to tell me that. So it's just like just dry paint. Wait a second. And dry paint and just chips here and there. You can go as much as you want or as little as you want. I'm just going for it because this is just an old thing. Okay, I'm just grabbing a sponge and does anybody here have like a painting group or something? I mean, that's really fun. I know that the game store sometimes they have like painting nights, especially if they have like a lot of like Warhammer players, or you know what I mean, like they okay, so I'm gonna go over all the white here with my gray to kind of chip it, make it look like it's not so nice and clean. I can use my brush too if I need to do like some more specific areas, but I think this is working okay. And I'll use my brush here. So yeah, because that's really fun when you're able to get together with other people to paint and do stuff. I remember last time I was with a group, somebody gave me like one of his Kingdom Death models. I was like, what? Seriously? Are you just giving me that? That's crazy. So yeah, I have that one. I don't have the game, but I did play with him that one time and with other friends, and he just gave me that. I don't understand how that works. How you can just give somebody a mini so you don't need it to play? I don't know. I don't get it. I'm gonna use some Nuln Oil for the I'm gonna just kind of do like deposits of ammo and stuff here. I'll show you. So just gonna start painting. I'm just gonna do a couple of layers. I'm just gonna start going back a little bit like that. What was the last thing that you painted? Everybody, if you painted something or you're working on something, what are you working on? If you're not painting, what will be your next project that you're trying to do? Okay, I'm gonna let that one dry a little bit. So yeah, I don't know if you can see, like I just painted like some, like kind of giving it a little bit of like ammo deposit in there, or you know, some marks on the guns. And this is very cool because you can like move it, you know, up and down and just give it. This model is amazing. This is movable as well on the, when you know, put it on the rest of it, on the rest of the model. And yeah, it's really neat. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use a little bit of Wall Rider Red to highlight the red part of the windows here. Could add more weathering and stuff, but what I'm gonna do right now is there's like one design. Let me look for it really quick. So I'm gonna do a little freehand for you. So hopefully it goes good. It could go good. It could go bad. It's kind of like, you know, you could use a sticker for this if you can find one, you know. But I'm just gonna Leroy Jenkins it. So I'm just gonna do it. It's like a pirate design. It's like a skull and like two bones crossed in an X. So we'll see how it goes. You could use like a really small brush. I'll keep using my Rosemary and Co brush. If you and if you mess up, you can just use some of the gray just to kind of clean it up a little. So we'll see how it goes. Alright. It's like located on this side of the leg. And we have a little bit of coffee. feel myself. That is cold and terrible. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we're gonna start first with the X. I shouldn't have had that much coffee, you guys. My hands are so shaky right now. Not great for freehand, but what you gonna do? We'll do it live, right? So now we're just doing the and I'm just looking at a picture of it, so there. Not too bad. Like you can see. Okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just fill that and just use some dotting tools to just add the grade on it. I'm not worried too much about this. And then you just want to do like a little 2 dots, kind of like a heart shape at the end of the bones, just to, you know, give it that the shape of bones. All right, that turned out all right. That turned out all right. What are you up to, Dan? I saw the stream yesterday, and as you could guess what happened, I fell asleep. Sorry guys, it's just so bright. I fell asleep, but I did watch most of it, but it's just kind of like by the end I just was drifting. When I woke up, my phone was still going because of raids and stuff that other people had done. But I do love to watch you guys. If you never watched Hero Brush Hour, please go follow their channel, please. They're super fun. All right, so we have that. So what I'm gonna do, you can do this with your brush, but I guess I'm gonna try using my dotting tool, if I can get it out. I'm just gonna use my dotting tool and just make like 2 dots there of gray. And what the dotting tool does, just, you know, it just gives you like this perfect round shape. A dot. Duh. That's the name. They're a little small, so I'm just gonna add more paint. And then fix it with some white a little bit. Whoops. There we are. Let's see here. It's a tough day. All right, so it looks, you can see that, but it looks like a little like silly. So I'm just gonna give it like more like an angry look. So let's see if this works. My paint might be a bit too wet. So it's not very, it doesn't have a whole lot of coverage, but like that. How are you getting ready for Adepticon? Dan. I know we said we were gonna do the Star Wars night trivia, so I'm really pumped about that. Are you studying? Huh? True. Never fall asleep chatting with Dan and Andrew. Yeah, those guys are fun. Okay, I like that better. It's not great, but at least it's done. Alright. And I'm just gonna add just a tiny bit more chipping to the, I didn't add any to the front area here. So I'm gonna keep using my dry Necron Compound. To paint the base, yeah. So I'm gonna use some Militarum green. I usually use like some shade, but since I got the contrast paints, I just use the contrast paints to do this part of the bases. So good to give them a good shake, 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 shake. It's a big base, so I'm gonna use a big brush for it. Let's see, do I want to do this one? Let's do this one. Yeah, it just save us some time if we just use a bigger brush. I managed. Yes, you do. And thank you for being here, by the way. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you all for being here again. I am gonna be back next week, and check out my Instagram and my Twitter account. And if you'd like to support the channel, check it out at coffee.com/Elle FireSpray, and your support is very welcome for me to keep buying things for the channel that I need, or paints and supplies. That will be very appreciated. And thank you all for being here, and hope you'll have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.